What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I'm stoked about this one because we're going to be going through a deload week. I don't know if you can tell by the smile on my face. My body needs this. So we're going to run through things like how to structure them, why they're important, when to introduce them, how to get the most out of your recovery and your training during this period. But yeah, I'm so excited. Yesterday I had a 14k easy run. Today I'm going to do 10 with strides, but we'll go into a little bit more detail on how to structure that training week later on in the video. But for now, I'm going to lace up, get out of the car and go for that run. What's going on, team? It's Thursday, and this deload week I've programmed myself a complete rest day. So we're down at the beach. Sydney's turned it on for the morning. It is looking like that, absolutely stunning. So really keen for today just to do nothing, as I usually don't really give myself a full rest day. So I'm going to make the most of it, enjoy our leisurely walk this morning, maybe go for a swim later today. Who knows? The world is my oyster, as they say. Is that what they say?
Yes, they say that.
They say that. Anyway, Gypsy's having a good time. We're going to grab a coffee. What do you reckon? Oh, hello.
Good morning.
A deload week isn't about doing nothing necessarily. So it's a planned reduction in your training load, and you put these incrementally during your training block so you can actually adapt and give your body some time to recover from all the accumulated stress through the training that you've undertaken. So through that, I usually run 5 times a week during this block. So this week I've reduced it to 4, and I've reduced my overall mileage. So it will give my body some time to relax and recover. And today is more of like an active recovery. So enjoying our walk, as you would have seen. Gypsy's going skits on the beach and we're just watching the surf, but it's good. It's like I said, it's not about doing nothing. It's just about giving your body some time to relax and recover and prepare for the next block. Back from our walk, and it is breakfast time, and today I got a treat for you guys. It's the fuel bowl. This here is one of the many variations of my breakfast that I have, but essentially it's what's in the smoothie, it's what's in the overnight oats. So we've got berries, we've got oats, we've got flax seeds, chia seeds, honey, yogurt. Did I say berries? I'm not too sure. There's mixed berries, got cacao nibs, very delicious. But I'm gonna, while I tuck into this right here, I have a few of the athletes in my program that are doing the Sydney Marathon this weekend, which is awesome. So putting together a carb loading plan for them. I'll just show you. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. So we go through, essentially there's a mixture of liquid and solids that we utilize during a carb load. So with this plan, you want to keep it really basic, make sure that that they're not reintroducing foods that they haven't had before. And like I said, utilize both liquids and solids so you can actually get in the volume of food you need, which is typically an issue for a lot of people because they just feel like a carb load is a free pass to eat whatever you want. But there's some strategy behind it. Hydration needs to be maintained as well throughout the whole period. But I'm going to tuck into this, finish off these plans, and get into the rest of my rest day, which is looking really good. So cheers. just finished a tempo session for this week, which was only 8Ks in total. So there's a reduction in it. You still want to keep the intensity at an okay level during a deload week. So that's why I'm still doing that tempo threshold style of workout. It was only 5Ks at that tempo pace. I put it here. I don't actually know how fast I was going, but it's good to still tick the legs over. But really, like I said, there's a reduction in mileage across the week. So previously, last week I did around 85 Ks, and this week I'll be around 50 Ks in total. So it's about a 30 to 40% reduction in overall mileage. And my Garmin says I'm in recovery mode, so that must mean that this deload's working, or I just wasn't working hard enough previously. So anyway, yeah, Sydney Marathon this weekend. I'm not doing it, but I have a few of my athletes that are doing it, but I'm also hosting a shakeout run, so you'll probably see this video after the Sydney Marathon. So good luck to everyone that's doing it on Sunday. It's going to be an awesome event. If it's your first time, if you're shooting for a PB, get after it and just have fun. Oh, all right. Let's recap the deload week. So overall weekly mileage for the deload week was 51 Ks, I'm pretty sure, or 49. The week previously was 85. So to recap a bit on what went on earlier in the video, and I guess a little bit more info around a deload week and why we do them, just to kind of summarize everything and give you a bit more clarity. So reason for a deload week is to essentially maximize your recovery and optimize the adaptation you're going for during your training, because during a marathon block you are accumulating so much stress over time as your weekly mileage goes up. So I like to program a deload week every 3 to 4 weeks. Reason being is this gives you enough time to gradually increase those Ks, and by the time you hit the deload week you should be feeling pretty tired and thankful that they've actually come around the corner. When you program them, as I said earlier in the video, there's usually a 30 to 50% reduction in the previous weekly's mileage, and then the following week you're going to spike up again. So for example, I hit that 85, like I said earlier, down to about 49 or 50, and then now the following week, like the upcoming week, I'm going to hit a 90K week during this training block, which will be my biggest weekly kilometers overall. So doing these again helps stimulate recovery, helps you get the adaptation you're looking for, and overall actually helps you get faster and improves your performance over time, and ensures that you're going to get the most out of your training without killing yourself during your marathon block. So I hope you got some value out of this episode today. It was a little bit different, went across a few days, but again, I kind of like these little couch sessions at the end, so who knows, I might implement them a little bit more. But hopefully you got some value out of it, and as always, thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one.